Ready or Not recently released on consoles, and for those of you who are unaware, this is a tactical SWAT FPS game, and this game has been in development for quite a long time. In fact, it's been in development and playable ever since 2021, and in today's video, I wanted to look back at a video I recorded back in December of 2021 of a 5-minute and 30-second run of the map Twisted Nerve, or as I call it in this video, Crack House. And I'm going to be talking about some of the differences that we see in this footage compared to the actual game, and just kind of going to be commentating over it and giving some of my thoughts. So this is also just kind of an insane speed run. It was 5 minutes and 32 seconds, and I did this with one of my friends. It was just me and him, so pretty impressive. Without further ado, let's go ahead and just look at it. Now, before we get into this, I want to mention, look at this trailer. Look at this place. I mean, this is very low quality compared to what we have now. It definitely looks a lot better. I would definitely say what we have now is a lot better looking than this. And another thing I would like to mention is back in the day, you could select the mode that you wanted to play. And I don't know if you could select the mode on this map, Twisted Nerve, but we have barricaded suspects. So I do want to mention that is the mode that we played on this map when we were going into it. But yeah. So, very first thing I want to mention, you spawn on this street as opposed to farther back in the normal map. Another thing I also want to mention, this fumigated portion of the home is completely inaccessible in this portion of the map. So you're just going to see us clear this main house and then the tunnels. So it is somewhat of a smaller map, though there is also parts of this map that are accessible that are not currently accessible in the base game. So really interesting. I also think it's curious I'm using a shotgun. I'm not sure if we were going for a high... I'm not sure if I save everyone. We'll see. So right here, these windows, this is quite interesting. You can't see through them. They are fully barricaded up. In the base game now, you can actually see through these windows. So another really curious thing. And also, same with these windows here, they're fully barricaded up. You are unable to see through them. I think they did this so you wouldn't be able to be shot at from inside with it. I imagine they removed it just to, to make it more realistic. So here we go. Another thing you'll see me doing is peeking the door. A curious feature of early access Ready or Not is basically every single map could have traps on it. So you'd basically always peek the door, check for a trap here, and if there wasn't one, you just keep going. So yeah. So this is the start of the actual run when I'm entering the house. So again, you see me checking for traps. This time we have a civilian here. Sorry, at the start, I guess I had footage of just a completely different one, but it picks up at the same spot. And clearly I am not taking people alive. Mow that guy down. And really kind of the same layout. I'm not sure. I don't think you're able to look into this room over here with the TV. And also there's meth in the fridge. I believe that was something that you had to report. Yes. Yes. So it was similar to how you bag weapons. You would bag that bag of crystal meth in the fridge. You also couldn't restrain dead people, which was a interesting little thing back then. The way me and this guy had it really nailed down, so he was clearing the left side, I was getting this right doorway.
There's been a trap on this door 3 times in a row.
So you hear him mentioning also that there was a trap on that door. So yeah, what I said earlier, there can be traps on every single map back in the day, which was a little bit obnoxious and didn't really make sense. Like, why are there grenade traps in a crack house? Doesn't really make sense, but that's just how it worked.
Too.
I believe flashbangs were much brighter. I believe the flash we have now doesn't create such a bright. You see that? Like it's about a frame or so of like complete white. That was a little extreme, but different. And also, I believe the TV is different. If you look there, kind of a small thing. In here, it's this tiny little TV. Though in the main game, it's a bigger. I mean, it's still like an old 2000s TV, but another just really curious change. And it does make sense. It's just so cool seeing all these tiny little changes. And we'll see some bigger changes later on as well. Another thing also about this is the AI was I would say much more passive compared to what they can do now. AI back then was able to, or like they would get on the ground and they'd usually sit there. Now AI is able to get on the ground, and sometimes you'll have suspects, especially on this map, that'll reach for a knife or something. Whereas back in the day, that just didn't happen. So again, just another curious thing. And also, another interesting piece, you had to manually report civilians instead of it doing for you. So you would restrain the civilian, and then you would have to report it. You'd have to report the arrest. Now it automatically reports it, which is nice. But again, another just nice little quality of life thing. This upstairs is very similar, minus a few things. The meth is not in there. In the main game now, there's a meth storage. I'm really curious if I'll run into a trap. I think the reason, again, yeah, so this room is much more empty. And also no dismemberment. I don't think there was dismemberment in the game back then. I could be wrong, but I feel like that shot definitely would have dismembered. Again, I'm using a shotgun. This is the room with the child in it. And people who are freaking out about it. Oh, censorship. If you are complaining about not being able to see a child having a seizure in a video game, you are weird. Like, I don't, like, you're just weird. Like, the game's still very mature. It's just sad. I don't even really like looking at that. I don't want to talk about that. This room is also a lot less decorated. You'll see it's just pink walls. In the base game now, there's much more to see in this room.
If anything, just take a little bit more time. Just be a little bit more careful. We'll be okay. Dropping my door again.
Again, this room is just less decorated. A main thing you'll see in the older version of this game is the map layout is very similar. It's just a lot less decorated, which makes sense. It was early access, but still really cool to see. And also just the AI there, just running around. Crazy. You also would get rewards for disarming traps, which was interesting. I'm not sure if in order to get an S rank you had to disarm traps, but that may have been a thing.
Alright, resting one.
Again, this room is just very empty. It looks way better now, but back then, gosh, it's just so empty. Same thing with this room and the room back there, very empty. Here, you'll see the corridor. So my buddy cleared out this portion of the hallway, though we can still... this room and stuff, it's still the same. This connector, as I said, this fumigated portion of the house is not... It's not accessible. It's not even part of the map. So that's why you don't see us even looking in that direction, because it didn't exist at the time. And I honestly think it's nice that it does exist. Though you will see what they removed in honor of adding the fumigated portion of the map. So
Is she armed?
Doesn't look like it.
yeah, again, another weird thing. Like
Take care of it.
also the taser. Oh, the taser's funny. So in the way tasers work in real life, prongs shoot out, and this is how they work in Ready or Not too, nowadays. Prongs shoot out, those prongs connect with a person, and then the taser device sends an electric current through those prongs to circulate within the person it hit. However, back in the day, I guess in early access Ready or Not, the way it worked was... I'm not sure if I did something wrong here, or this is just how tasers worked, but it looks like I just kind of shoot her, And then she's
Take care of
just...
her.
Yeah.
she's... That's curious. I'm not sure if...
Get your hands off!
Yeah, that's interesting. For
There's a
sure.
guy body blocking the door again. You're gonna need to stun in there.
Civilian is ready for
You know what?
You're good. Just go downstairs.
Okay. Okay.
So here we are again. Now we're in the bottom portion of the this hallway connecting into the garage.
Don't count that.
Very similar to
funny, I can't
what's in the
go
base
like,
game now. Pretty much the exact same layout with
Says
these
it doesn't
rooms.
count. Logic.
Really not much to
Go
see
fuck
here.
yourself.
It is quite interesting. I think the reason we got
good?
such a short
Yeah.
time was because
Oh,
I didn't
sure.
run into any
Okay.
traps. I know my friend here does
Trap,
does
last
disarm
trap,
quite a
last
few traps, you'll see. Such as right here,
trap. Go
All the
fast if you
fucking
want.
traps.
disarming another trap.
Going right.
I'm really happy they removed. I'm happy traps are still in the game. But yeah, that was annoying for sure. And also, look at this. This portion of the map is just completely blocked off. Yeah. So there is a doorway here, but yeah, there used to be a wall here, and then there was just a doorway here, and also up here. We're gonna get to this later. This was a bit more expansive, and I'm not sure if there's any hole in the wall here. There might be, and this wall just covers it, but we'll see. But really curious.
Watching my
Little portion of the map here. Yeah, it's just weird. It's just like a wall there.
Time to secure this.
So
They wanted to run up.
look at that. So that in the base game, quite a bit is different here. So in the game we currently have, there is a garage here, and it leads down into a tunnel section underneath the map in this portion. And there's also a gate here that leads into this fumigated section of the map, where there's usually someone with a gun hiding back here, ready to shoot you. However, back in the day, there was still a underground portion of the map, I believe, and we'll definitely see. I'm not sure if it's as expansive, but this portion of the map was a bit more expansive. So you could go all the way up here, or, of course, you can still go down here. So, and you'll see, I head down this way, and it does look like this portion of, yeah, it does look like this part is open. So that's interesting. But there is now, just a wall there to block it.
Two idiots up here.
So this is another interesting part of the map. So of course, there is two people here. That's not the interesting part. The interesting part is this. This upstairs section, you are able to go up here. And you are able to fall down from this portion of the map. I think this is like the largest fall you were able to do back in the day. And it would mess your legs up. It's kind of crazy. But yeah, I do kind of miss this portion of the map because you would have some really fun gunfights shooting people through these cracks when going through this door. Or even right here, like where I'm standing, you could have someone up here shooting you. Really do wish, even just like a variant of the map with this would be really nice to see. So I arrest these two people, it seems.
Alright.
This might be the run, dude.
Yep, I'm working my way up top now.
Yeah, I got it. It was two of the same fucking NPCs.
So here I'm just kind of messing with these civilians. But here we see an interesting portion of the map. So this is very similar to what we currently have, of course. However, the stairs is accessible. I'm not sure if I go up these stairs. I guess we'll see. Yeah, here we go. So
shit, that's it.
we completed all the
gotta get
objectives.
the crystal.
We get really excited, so I start rushing down to where the loot is. I believe there's some sort of loot here. But yeah, I am rushing through it here. But this layout is slightly different. So, of course, there's stairs here, and I do wish I went up here in this footage, but unfortunately, we got all the suspects, so I kind of just ran down here. But this portion is interesting. So, a lot less detail. I believe there's, like, writing in the game now. But now, you go down here. Currently in the game, there is no doorway like this within this tunnel specifically. However, in the beta, this was a thing. And oftentimes there'd be a ton of enemies on the other side of this door in particular. I have PTSD of this door. I think it is good that they removed this door, and I think it makes sense. It is a weird spot for a door to be. Yeah, so this section of the map's a little bit different, and again, you'll see us having to bag up this meth in order to complete the objective. So here we go, we finished it, and we got a score of 5 minutes and 32 seconds. And you'll see we also did have a run of 5 minutes and 22 seconds, or 23 seconds. But the reason I didn't count that as a world record or whatever, I think was because we got like a D rank. I don't think we did that good. I don't even know why I called this world record. Look, give me some slack. I was like 15 at the time. But point being, I think this is pretty cool. I'm really proud of this video. And I also think it's just kind of a cool little glimpse back into the old Ready or Not. And also, look at this old police station that we used to have. I really do miss this police station. Really cool. It's a wholly different layout. Really neat. But anyways, let me know what you all thought of this cool little retrospective of the old Crack House map, or the Twisted Nerve map. I thought this was really cool. I kind of forgot that I did this. But yeah, let me know what you all think of the old Ready or Not. Would you want to see this map back? I do, personally. I have so many memories on this map in particular. I would love to see it back in some capacity. I don't know how that would work, but a special thank you to my YouTube members. I almost forgot, but I never forget. So special thank you to my YouTube members, Ash True Dweller. I'll see you all in the next one. Bye-bye.